Hi everyone! Today is December 1st, which means that it's been almost 4 months since I buzzed my hair off. And as I told you in the last video, I was going to go to the hairdressers and I did. So she took some length out on the side and on the back so that this can grow long some more while this grows together. Because when you grow your hair out, this part will always be longer than this part, you know, when you have it straight. While I was actually thinking about what I wanted to tell you guys, I thought maybe I would tell you a little bit about the hair colors that I've had, because I've had a few. So I want to go back to the start. Back to the start of when I started coloring my hair. The first photo it starts with is me on my birthday in 2014, which means that I was 15 at the time. I decided to go with this kind of ginger brownish. It was, you know, it was a nice color, but I regret it because every woman has this sort of red phase and I stayed in it too long. January 30th, 2016, I was still in my red hair dye. I would always have light roots, like pretty light roots. And while my red hair would always like fade back to this kind of brown, I then started to use this really bright red, but it always went out a little darker. So this is a really Photoshop photo because you can see that my face is so pale and the blue is too blue for Denim Blue to be like that. So my hair was a little darker and not that bright. This is the first encounter that I had with turquoise hair. My hair was faded back to like red brown, but like a nice color of it. And I had this chalk for your hair and it was turquoise. So I put it in all over my hair and then photoshopped it to make it more turquoise. And I thought, this looks cool, like it's a nice summer look. And I thought the next hair dye I'll have will be turquoise, you know, I will go blue. I was really red. This was like also a phase where my friends would call me Rochelle because I would have like these really big hoops in my ears and like the red hair, and I absolutely looked like a Rochelle. Oh, and also because I had a coat with like a fur. My obsession with purple blue hair really came forward back because on April 5th I got that purple rainbow hair, like that typical thing you see on Tumblr and everything. And I was like, oh, it looks awesome, you know. I saved it on my phone. So I was still really dedicated, but I knew that my mother and especially my grandma would absolutely hate it. But we're still not there. I still kept going red and even more red and just... Why? My best friend, she actually went purple, turquoise, blue. And then she actually went dip dye with pink and purple and everything, and I was so jealous. Meanwhile, I was still red. I still went back to red. And then I had prom and I put it dark brown. And I remember this. I was 17. And I had these packs of hair dye that were dark brown. And I put them in my hair, and then this one packet was actually a mistake. The manufacturer made a mistake. It was actually red. So I finally escaped the red and it came back to me. And I remember because I bought these packs in Germany and I was there with a friend who had the dip dye and everything. And I asked her, like, should I go back to red or should I go brown? She said you should go red, and I was like, nah, I'm done with red. So I got the brown, and then it eventually became red anyway. So I was like, okay, well, you got what you wanted. And at this point, I was like pretty dedicated to not go red again. But it's not like I really had a choice in that. So there was this one day where I thought, you know what? I'm going to the other side of the country because there was this girl who needed a model. She wanted a model for colors, and I went there. I went to her, to the salon from the school, you know, and I got my hair cut. And while I got it cut, they found out that I had lice. They were like, you need to go ASAP. And that girl, she invited me over like 2 weeks later when my lice would be gone to dye my hair anyway. So I got there, but there was no supervision of a teacher there. So everything she was doing, she was just trying out. And I told her that I wanted to have a dark root and like blue on top, but like electric blue, like bright blue. She first bleached my hair. And she bleached it once and she was like, yeah, this is good. I was like, no, because it's like kind of orangey. And when you put blue over that, it's not gonna turn out blue. You need like a really blonde. But I thought, I'm not the expert. She's the student, so she should know. And she went like, yeah, no, this is fine. And I asked her twice, like, are you sure? And she was like, yeah. So she put the dark in my hair, which she then rinsed out, and the part that she bleached was like completely gone. And I was like, I don't think this will work. But she put the blue in my hair anyway, gave me like the rest of it, and that was that. It became green. And I don't have a picture of that because in that same night I actually put the rest of the blue that I had in my hair, slept with it, rinsed it out in the morning, and that's why I had like a little bit more color than the night before. And like you can see that the photo is pretty photoshopped because like I really wanted the color to come out because it was vaguely there. And people in my school were like, yeah, it looks good, it looks great. And I was like, yeah, I just wish it was more there. This is a great photo that I have here. It's from November 16th. My hair was a mess. Everything was in there. Everything. Okay, next. What happened? I don't know what happened and how I actually got this done because I don't remember how I did it. But I went completely blue. And it was great. I mean, I loved the color and it was finally what I wanted. And it took me a while to realize that it really didn't suit me. Like, it didn't suit my skin color at all. I let my friend dye my hair a lot, the one with the dip dye. She dyed my hair quite a lot. And like my hair would always fade back to like this turquoise green. Sometimes when I would dye my hair blue, I wouldn't get every green that was in my hair. So sometimes my hair would be like a peacock color. I would have like green and blue all over it. And then it faded out to green, like vibrant green. And I hated green because first of all, I had acne. My skin was like blowing up at the time. So there was a lot of redness in my skin, there still is. And when you do green in your hair, that actually brings it out. I went to the beach and because of the sun, my hair was actually kind of bleaching out. So instead of green, it got really minty, but my hair really got blonde. And then one night, this is a hilarious photo. One night I went to my friend and I was like, yeah, I don't know, but you still have bleach, like, can we bleach my hair? Like, you know, I have really big roots right now and there's still a lot of mint in my hair, but maybe we can do something about it. My roots were completely yellow and the rest of my hair was still mint. They were maybe a little bit lighter, but still mint. And I was so frustrated. I thought, I can't go on the street like this. I think it was like 12 at midnight at that point. And she was tired, I was tired. We just wanted to go to sleep. And I said, do you have any color I can throw over this? And she was like, I've got red. I remember I was like, God, I don't want to go red again. I hate red. But it's all I've got. So it was like, it wasn't a dark red, thank God. It was a pretty medium to light red. So not orange, but you know. It was the best hair color I have ever had because it turned pink. And it was something I had on my bucket list. I wanted to go pink and it was vibrantly amazing. It was awesome. And the greatest thing about it, I still have those videos. I never told my parents until they saw me. I was so nervous. I was in the elevator and I was like, oh my gosh. Maybe she hates it. This was from my mom, by the way. I stood in the side so that she wouldn't see me immediately, but she took so long to open the door. I was like, oh my God. This is where she opened up.
Jesus Christus op een hobbelpaard.
What she says, she always said, Jesus Christ, rocking horse. That was her thing. So I put it on Instagram and everybody was like, oh my God, Jesus Christ on a rocking horse. It was great. But she loved it. She loved my hair, absolutely. And the next day I went to my dad's and I showed him and he had a worse reaction. But it was funny because he didn't see it. He was like doing something else, he didn't expect it. So, I believe the door opens right now. Takes so fucking, there you go. Oh, you can see him, he was like, oh my God. And then he was like, are you filming? And I was like, yeah. when I posted it on Instagram, everybody was blown away. They were like, oh my god. And I was specifically blown away by the fact that I had mint hair before that. And that like it was completely gone and that it got something that I really wanted. I miss this hair color so much. I didn't dye this hair actually for a really long time. I let it fade out to like a really light pastel color. And then I actually put a hair color over it that was neon bright. I did that hair and I was not happy. Like it was a great color, but it was so fucking bright. Like I have a video here. And I was in the sun at first and I went back to the shadow and it was still fucking bright. I couldn't handle it, man. And then from that point I actually started to experiment a little bit. I remember one night I actually had this orange and this purple hair dye and like a red and a pink too. And I decided to put it in my hair like purple, red, pink, orange. And I don't remember if my friend was there, but I told her and she was like, you put purple and orange in your hair? Are you crazy? But it turned out so nicely. Like I absolutely loved this. Like I loved the pink, like just the blonde pink, but this was amazing. I had this kind of rainbow hair. I actually kept the orange in because I really loved the combination of like, it was like a sunset color, you know? And then it got winter. And I was like, winter. I can, you know, still be pink, but I can also try to go purple. I don't remember which color I used, but my hair got purple and I hated it. It was like this kind of like pastel purple and I hated it. And I went back to pink as soon as I could. Almost a year ago. Oh god. A year ago I went purple and pink together because I liked the combination of them. I just didn't like the purple alone. Then I went to Paris and my hair was again orange and pink because I just loved the combination. And this faded out so well. The tips of my hair actually like got kind of yellow. So it was pink, yellow, orange and I really adored it. I realized maybe it's okay for me to go back to brown. It wasn't. My sister and me actually made a lot of memes about this, but you know, see here. My hair was a mess. When I put the brown over it, I realized how thin it actually got. It was horrible. And there were a lot of colors that still went through the brown because it didn't really take the color away. So my hair was basically getting brown with a lot of strands of orange and yellow and pink still in it. And then my hair like faded out to a nice light brown. And then I got the great opportunity to be a model for a girl that was a really great hairdresser. She did like competitions and everything. So she asked me to come by for one day and then come back the next week to get it colored. But that meant that I went blonde. And this is where things went wrong. So this is my blonde. She bleached me once or twice, I think. And then she put a great toner over it. But I absolutely adored it. I'm not gonna say that I liked it more than pink, but it looked more sophisticated. If my roots wouldn't have been like brightly blonde too. But I loved it. And she colored it like this. She made, I got a photo shoot of it and everything while I had 3 hours of sleep that night. But it was a really great experience. She died, when she started dyeing it, I was like, okay, I don't think I'll like this. I didn't like the color. Like I didn't like the patterns that she did. And I knew that, you know, when the whole thing was done, I would get it dyed the way I wanted it. So when I was actually allowed to, I asked her to dye my hair like a kind of brown root and then go to pink. This was a really nice color for me, honestly. I enjoyed it. It was like when I got out of the shower and my hair would be wet, then the color would like be kind of brown, like entirely. But it wasn't, because when it dried, it actually got really light again. But I enjoyed the blonde so much that I went back to it. And I think I did this myself. And this was the point that I realized that my hair was really breaking down badly. I could make bangs with the strands of hair that were actually broken off. And then I just thought, that's not good. So I walked around with the blonde for not even a month. I was on holiday with my grandma and my sister, and I said, you know, I'm actually thinking about buzzing my hair off. And I was like, I'm really scared for this, because what if it doesn't look good? What if I get bad reactions? You know, I'm really afraid, and I'm anxious about it. So But before I did that, I actually cut my own bangs. I was on holiday, I was like, oh well, whatever. If I'm gonna buzz it all off anyway, it doesn't really fucking matter. So I cut my own bangs and, you know, called it a day. And then August 7th came and all my hair was off. That's a little bit of the story of my hair, how I damaged it so badly. But like from age 15 to age 19, I was like non-stop dying. And at some point your hair gives in. I haven't dyed it since. I'm not gonna either. I'm just gonna wait until my hair's like till here and then I want to go sophisticated blonde. So thank you for listening. I think you have enough time of your day ruined by listening to my hair color stories. But anyway, have a good day. Thank you for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that jazz. Just subscribe if you wanna.